We're running out of time, Anubarak. How far are we from the exit?
Not far. We have entered the Upper Kingdom. The exit should lead us to the base of the glacier itself. However, there are still hidden traps and pitfalls to account for.
Take cover!
Arthas!
The entire passage collapsed. There's no time to dig through this. I'll have to move quickly and find my own way out. Hopefully Anubarak and the others survived. What is it now? This is more like it. I'll be singed if I get too close to those flames. Finally. I'll need this gold for when I reach the glacier. No one orders me around. More of the Nerubians' blasted mechanisms. I'll have to time this perfectly. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. I'll make sure you suffer. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. More gold. This might help us later. Finally. This is more like it. Another quake? Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. This is more like it. Faithless coward. Tread lightly. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. I'll make sure you suffer. You will know endless torment. For the Lich King. Now, Frostmourne. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. I must find a way across this strange obstacle. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. This is more like it. At last. Your pain shall be legendary. Speak, fool. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Your pain shall be legendary. Now, Frostmourne.
Inventory is full.
This is more like it. Finally. I'll make sure you suffer. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. You will know endless torment. For the Lich King. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. What is it now? This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Anubarak, you made it.
I see now why the Lich King chose you as his champion, Death Knight. Few men could have survived this labyrinth alone.
What is it now? Finally.
Another earthquake. We must hurry, Death Knight.
Something's breaking through. Defensive positions! For the Lich King.
Speak.
Ah, at last. This is more like it. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Speak, fools. Your pain shall be legendary. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. I'll make sure you suffer. No one orders me around. What is it now?
We're running out of time. We must find the exit.
Frostmourne hungers.
They're blocking the way to the exit. We'll have to fight our way through them to reach it.
Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Faithless coward.
I serve only
What is it now?
throne.
This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. I'll make sure you suffer.
I'll see to it.
Finally. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Tread lightly.
Inventory
This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
I serve only the frozen throne. By Nerub.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers.
Now quickly, head through that door. The exit to the surface lies just beyond.
It'll be good to see the sun again.
Remember, Illidan and the true battle still await us in the world above. Hopefully our trek through the Dark Earth bought us the precious time we needed.